tonight, the Fifth Circuit says the appeal is moot, given that none of the original commissioners in this case are still on the JMAA board. Now, some would say that this is a big win for the state, but others say not so much. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals dismissed the Jackson Municipal Airport Authority's latest appeal in the airport takeover case. The interveners in the appeal include 5 former commissioners who challenged the state's attempt to take over the airport in 2016. 2 others joined in on the complaint throughout litigation, but none are actively sitting on the board, including current city council member and former commissioner Vernon Hartley.
We appoint people to those positions, and those positions aren't supposed to be permanent. Those positions are simply to represent the voice of the people.
The commissioners who are selected by city government argue that the state takeover would deprive them of their rights and privileges of serving on the board. The Fifth Circuit said in the ruling, quote, "The claims of the former commissioners who intervened in this lawsuit are moot. They no longer stand to lose their seats should Senate Bill 2162 be enforced." Hartley says he doesn't understand why they had to rule on that basis.
How that it has to be based on, you know, 4 or 5 people still being there. Again, they're the people that are there now on the board represent the voice of the people.
JMAA requested the appellate apply a capable of repetition yet evading review exception to mootness, arguing that the former members could be appointed again in the future. But the Fifth rejected that claim, saying that those members have not shown that they might reasonably expect to be reappointed to their former offices. The Fifth sent the case back down to the district court for them to determine what will happen. The matter in itself, though, dates back almost a decade when the legislature passed Senate Bill 2162, which would do away with JMAA and create a regional authority. The fights between the city and the state have been ongoing. Hartley says it's a political move.
When it's taken over, then the majority of the people appointed will be a political appointment by the judge. And we live in a red state. We live in a republic. We got a Republican governor. We got a Republican legislature. Okay, they want the Jackson Airport.
To which Hartley says they will continue to fight.
They want to take it over. And I say the same thing I said 10 years ago. Hell no, you can't take our airport.
The Jackson mayor sent a statement regarding the ruling, reading in part, the Fifth Circuit's decision did not resolve any issue adversely to the city. Once the case is back in the district court, the city will resume litigating the case along with other plaintiffs. Today's ruling ultimately changes nothing. District Court Judge Carlton Reeves has set a status hearing for April 29th in this matter. We'll keep you guys updated as we learn more about this case. For now, live here at the Jackson Evers Airport, Madeline Nolan, 16 WAPT News.